Welcome, everybody. Good afternoon. This is our virtual open day where we talk to prospective students and their parents and family about our school. And this is, I assume this is going to be an opportunity for us to share a bit about what our school is about, what the program is about, and also enable you to take questions as well. I've got one of our fantastic student ambassadors here, Mba, who is a third year student also here, who will be sharing a bit about her experience as a student in the school. So we anticipate that in the moment we share together this afternoon, we would be able to sort of expose you and give you a bit of the feel of what Leicester looks like, albeit virtually. So welcome again. My name is Dennis. I'm an associate professor for HRM Data Analytics. I'm also the director for education for the School of Management. The kind of things I teach modules related to strategy and decision making and innovation. And a bit about my role as well is my job is to ensure that everything that we sort of develop and design to teach our students are quality, and we ensure that our students get the best. So and I work with my colleagues to achieve that, and that's why I'm excited to sort of share these moments with you today. Now, I also have my head of school, who is not here today, just a bit of sharing her details here with you, Professor Deborah Price. She's the head of school as well. That's somebody you would also meet, hopefully, when you visit us on campus or when you start studying with us. She's the head of School of Management, and her module mostly is around organization behavior. So between the two of us, head of school and director for education, we ensure that you have the best experience that you can get as a student, and if you're a parent here, to ensure that your wards and kids get the best university experience. Now, why would you want to study here at the University of Leicester? This is something we are going to cover as well. What is business and HRM at the School of Leicester like? We'll talk about it. What is the student life? What's our accommodation like? What are the things you need to know as well? We'll cover that in this presentation. How can you apply for this? We'll cover that in this presentation. And of course, talk about your open day. The picture you have there is one of our lecture theaters, and Professor Nishan, Vice Chancellor, was making a presentation there. When you start, this is some of the facilities you're going to see as our students. A bit of background about our school. We were founded in 1921, only one of the universities in the world that was formed during the First World War. The concept of crowdfunding is very common today, but we sort of, I would say, are part of the pioneers of what crowdfunding is all about. And we were founded through a crowdfunded process. People had to come together to support the development of this school today called University of Leicester. Our motto, Ut Vitam Habeat, forgive me if I can't pronounce it very well, but it means that, that they may have life. That's our legacy. We inspire students. We've got stories of people who have passed through this place, who have gone ahead to do greater things, and we've got, alumni, stories that are available for our students to inspire them, from undergrad to our postgrad to our MBA programs to our doctorate programs. This is something that we are very proud of. Overall, our desire is to help, celebrate, your student's success, your success as a student, and help you to be that positive force of change. That's what the school is about. Now, a bit about our numbers and sort of things to smile about. Our reputation, is a good one. We are 26th, the UK universities, and in terms of the Times University Guide, we're ranked at the 26th. We are in the Complete University Guide, we are 36th in the UK. The Times Guide for 2023, we're 34. And something you could also see is that there's an improvement in what we're doing. So for 2023, we're 34. Now we're looking at ourselves, moving to 26th, in the Times also Higher Education Guide. Our QS ranking is around 34th in the world, and research excellence, for our program, we're 30th in the UK. So this is something that we are very, very happy to share with you. And it also goes to show that we are a school that has good reputation nationally and globally. This is something that gives our students confidence as well. What are our students saying? So sometimes these numbers can just be there and they don't have any story behind it. But if you look at what students say, in the UK, we are ninth when we talk about the university guide, what students feel about their university. And then in terms of NSS, we are top 30. The NSS is a National Student Survey, where students all over the country sort of explain their experience and they share what it's been like studying in their university. A bit of anecdotal evidence from here, you see our students are talking about how friendly our university is. It's a beautiful campus, high quality teaching. The city itself is great. So we're in a great city. We're a beautiful city, and the student life is amazing with opportunity to meet with new people. Another student talked about the University of Leicester as a great university to go to, and the staff and students inspire and push you to do your best. Of course, that's what we hope to do. We want you to be your best, and Leicester is a great university, especially because they care. I get to this slide and I pause a bit because it's important, for our students to know that we actually care. As a professor myself, I always say to students that when they come into my class, your success is my success. If you're a parent also listening to this, joining us on this call, again, that's something that is our motto here, to ensure that, students get the best, and we don't just do that, without showing that true care, and it's showing in what students say about our school and how they feel about our school and the programs they're studying. Now, of course, this award-winning story does not end. 2025, the Daily Mail has confirmed that we are the University of the Year. We have been shortlisted twice, Times Higher Education as the University of the Year, and TEF, which is highest ranking for teaching and quality in the UK, has ranked us as gold. We are rated gold, which is to say the highest possible ranking, outstanding in student experience outcomes, which is very, very important. Our teaching is quality. The student support we give is outstanding, and it's something we are very proud of. And of course, again, top 30 NSS. What does this all mean for you as a student? It means that you're in safe hands. What does this mean for you as a parent? It means your child or your word is coming to a place where they are going to get the best, not just quality education, but that support is in place. We understand that the decision for which university you want to go to is a big one. And from the point when you come into the program, we've designed the program to help you ease in, to support you, and to make sure you get the best experience while making the best out of your academic journey. Now, today we're going to cover two major programs: business and human resource management. What is this like for us? First of all, the business and human resource management falls within the School of Business, and in the School of Business, we have other programs, economics, accounting, and marketing. We have over 3,000 students. We have 200 plus academics, and who are publishing, in high quality papers. If put a bit about my name, Dennis Purple, on Google Scholar, you would see I've got over 20 to 30 publications in high quality, papers around research, which is something we also use to support our students as well. Not just me, and same with my colleagues. We are actively researching and actively using what we find to improve on our teaching. That's why we talk about a research-inspired education. So that's how we ensure that our students stay up to date with what is happening in the business world. So for us, it's that balance between theory and practice, and making sure that we're giving them up-to-date information and up-to-date learning. The advantage, again, for us as a business school is that we have our own campus, the Brookfield campus, which houses the business and management, HROM, and other programs in the business school. Now, we have two programs that I'm going to be talking about today. Of course, we share the first year program with our BA marketing students as well, and I would explain about that as we progress, in this discussion. So, what is the business management like? Now, in the business and management program, you will learn the relevance of business and management theory and practice. You will learn about the realities of management and managerial experience. You will look at the program. We will try to make sure that we expose you to the practicalities of what the professional world looks like, help you to develop professional skills, that critical thinking that enables you, when you come out of school, to be able to indeed make the best of your career. So that's what the business program is like. What would you be studying in your business program? In your first year, we have a common first year structure in the way we've designed our program for the HRO students, for marketing students, and for the business students. And then, of course, in the second year, you have core modules in consultancy, challenge, and strategy, and the business environment. And then finally, we have a mix of options in the third year, which includes digital economy, crisis management, power at work, and of course, a dissertation or project that you would be doing in your third year. I'd like to sort of talk about the common first year, if I may, briefly, because I think that's something that, in my experience, parents are very excited for, which, and I just want to let you know why parents and students like that. Donkey years ago, when I was in high school, I was in my first year, I never knew what I wanted to do. Although I was in university, I'd come in to study, accounting. I did accounting in my first degree, and then went ahead to do human resources on my master's, and then management and then work psychology in my PhD. However, what we did not have, and what most parents on this call would also experience not having nowadays, was the opportunity to be exposed to the management suits, so that we are able to see what exactly our strengths and our likes and dislikes are like, especially for a first year student. We have corrected this and structured our programs such that when students come in, they have opportunity to be experienced with the general business and management suits. So you could come in for marketing and you realize, oh, I did this program in this module in HR first year, and I'm thinking I'm more likely wanting to be, because of future of work or because of principle of HR, I think I like this program, I want to do HR. Or you could come in to want to do management and you realize, oh, there's this marketing module I did, and I kind of like it, and therefore I want to do marketing. So this is something that the common first year does for students. It enables you to sort of come in first, be exposed to the general management suite, settle in, and then make that all important decision of what do you want to do in your second year. And we work with you through this process, through your personal tutor session, through the options fair. There's several milestones where we're going to work with you as you're forming and getting to know who you want to be as a professional, to make that all important decision of what you want to major in your second year. So I'm excited that this opportunity is there for you, and I'm excited to sort of see you in September next year when you join us. But this is something to take on board as you look at it. For those interested in human resource management, of course, our program is CIPD approved. What that means is that if you study with us for HRO, you automatically get your CIPD associate membership, which is interesting at level 5. So that's something that is a key advantage already, which you get here, which may not be available at other places as well. You will gain comprehensive understanding of the human resource management functions, recruitment, selection, training, employment law, etc. We'll talk about that. There are skills you will learn as part of this program, which is transferable, team working, analytical skills, critical thinking skills. All these are things you're going to put together to improve yourself working as a HR professional for the future. Again, common shared year, first year program, and then you also have the second year where you look at modules such as diversity in organization, the HR professional, workplace development, and learning, of course. And interestingly, our third year is excellent. I am particularly pleased about the third year program because you see things like big data, people analytics. This is the future. Employment law, this is the future. The world of work is changing. Things are changing with Brexit, with different government coming in and changing, with internationalization, with migration. You got to be on top of your game. And we are preparing you, especially if you're going to be in the HR profession. We're getting to know how the regulations are changing and how that will influence the world of work, and how you can use that to support organizations that you're working in the future. So, you wouldn't want to miss this if you're thinking about studying HRM, where your place to be as well. And then, of course, you can choose between dissertation and business process in your third year. I've mentioned earlier that our program has the CIPD accreditation. Of course, some people, when they come to study with us, they end up in the second year thinking about, you know what, I want to go abroad and study in one of our partner institutions, and then I'll come back in my third year. And that opportunity is available. So you can, at the end of your second year, you can take a 1 year abroad. Again, it's not a holiday. So it's to study abroad. I get a lot of naughty candidates who say, I want to go to Italy, I want to go to Spain. I'm like, why are you calling out a nice country? Because it looks nice. No, it's study abroad. We've got university partners where you're going to go to in these countries and study. Some people are talking about Australia, USA, Germany, any of these countries on this and many more. We've got partner institutions. You are opportune to go in there and study for 1 year, and then you come back and do your third year, and then you complete. So this is something that our students are very excited about. And I just wanted to share that with you, that the study abroad option is also available. Now, this is the icing on the cake for what we do to support our students to get that practical experience, to get that balance between theory and practice. I mean, it's open to all students. It's called a year in industry. On all our business program, from your second year, once you're done with your second year, in fact, from the first year, it will be advertised to you through your employability lead, through the careers team and the engagement team. They'll be talking to you about how to get yourself positioned for this, work on your CV and all that. You would, after the second year, if you apply for it, if you're successful, you go into work in industry for 1 year, and then you come back, and then you do your third year and you finish. Students who have done the year in industry oftentimes come back more mature, more exposed, more experienced. In fact, they also tend to already have some sort of networking in the industry that enables them get a job when they finish. The icing on the cake, why I mentioned that is because it's paid. We've got students who are on placement earning as much as 18 grand. That's a lot of money. I want to do year in industry as well. If I have opportunity, I want to stop being a professor and then go and do year in industry. But sorry for another day. But this is so important. If you're a student on this call, think about it. In your second year, do you want to take that break and go and do some paid work experience, come back in your third year? In fact, the advantage of doing that as well is that you can actually get that network and get your research ideas. Some people, when they do writing their dissertation, they oftentimes use the organization where they've already worked already, and it's just easier for them to do the dissertation and research project, and they've already got some contact as well that will help them with regards to networking and future job prospects. Of course, we have a year in industry tutor that will be on your case, checking, mentoring, visiting, and just making sure everything is going according to plan, and making sure the organizations are also exposing you and giving you that skill and experience that you need in the 1 year that you're doing your industry experience. We have our career and employability service as well. This is a very, very interesting scheme that we are very proud of. Our services have won several awards, and in the business school we have our in-house career team, and they are very experienced at what they do. One thing that I think we have done very well at the school is that we have been able to embed employability in all our programs across the college. Now, this is not just about business and management alone, but across the college. So you would see that we're able to sort of map the different skills that we expect you to have in the workplace across different modules. So we've got that audit done, we've got that mapping done, so that as colleagues are teaching you, we are mindful as that we're exposing you to these things, these skills. And at the end of the day, our sort of mantra is that there is no surprises. So we're not going to say we're going to teach you everything, no, but we're going to say we're going to expose you to as much as information and skills you need to give you that heads up. And so that's available for you. Other things we do, we have the entrepreneurs in residence who are there to support students with business ideas. We've got the Festival of Careers, which is also available, where you have partners coming, employers coming to want to sort of advertise and do a job fair, and you come in and check your CVs. And some people have got job opportunities from there as well in that process. So fasten your seatbelt. This is a school for you to be in because, of course, we're not just only interested in teaching, we're also interested in making sure there's that balance with your career, making sure you're employable as by preparing you as much as we can for the real world of work. Now, where do our graduates go to? We've got people working in Jaguar Land Rover, we've got people working in Centrica, we've got, people working in Sky. Some of them have worked as event managers. We've got, HR people, experienced graduate, commercial and marketing graduate, associate consultants, growth, customer sales, research analysts, commercial analysts. These are different things that our graduates have done in companies like this. And I want in the next 3.5, 4 years to put your future organization on this place and to put your sort of graduate role and responsibility on this slide as we progress. But this sort of futurizes, puts you in that mind to say, I want to be this. I want to inspire myself to be this. I want to aspire to achieve this type of roles and work in organizations like this. How would you learn? Again, we have lectures where you're going to sit down, and have a lecturer coming to explain and talk about the module materials. This is a large group where you have our lecture rooms take as much as 150, 200 plus, and then you have the seminars. One of the things I like to say about the management programs, HR and business, is a large school, but we have that individual touch. So we have seminars where we bring you into smaller groups and help you to interact and consolidate what you've learned. We have the one-to-one appointments, which is available for you to timetable. You also have personal tutors, one-to-one sessions, so you cannot be lost. So it's important for us to make that very clear that you are in a college, in a school, but you are in a school, in a program where we have structures and processes in place to make sure we've got you. We assess you through exams, individual coursework, we have assignment, we have midterm test, we have presentation, we have also things like simulations, we have other things like blogs, which you will create, different variety of ways we expect you to express yourself when getting assessed and doing your coursework and assignment. You will experience all this when you join us. What support do we have? I've talked about the personal tutor. It's also there. We also have the student support team. We have the university support team. We have the well-being team. We have the resident life team that's also there to support you. So of course, there is enough support for you. There is enough support for you. Okay, student life, I'm going to pass on to my colleague Amber, who is one of our student reps, to talk about life in the ULSB. What's student life like? Amber, can you hear me?
Yes, thank you. Hello, everyone. So student life can vary depending on you, of course, and your lifestyle, but there are a lot of options. So there are many different societies that you can join, social events, guest speakers in lectures, placements, and study abroad opportunities, like Dennis has said, paid work opportunities, and also joining the school representatives if you want to. Dennis, next slide, please. So there are also many varsity teams you can join, like rugby, hockey, volleyball, all that. If you're interested in sports, there are many events that you can go on, social events, and you can also volunteer if that's of interest to you. And if ever you are in need of counseling, you could also have that. Next slide, please. Brookfield is quite a new building and also a £15.8 million investment. There are many add-ons like the cafe, lecture theaters that are quite big, communal study spaces, and the Bloomberg trading room, which I think is really great. Next slide, please. And then you have the central campus, which is close to the city. The library is 24/7, so if you have late night study sessions that you want to do, you can go to the library. And there are also many social nooks. There's also an on-site GP if need be. Next slide, please. So the city is very festive and it's diverse. It's a 15-minute walk and lots of shopping that you could do. If you don't want to walk, you can take an Uber. It's like £3. It's not too bad. There are also many coffee places and clubs for those that like to be social. It's also the biggest Diwali festival outside of India, which is nice. Next slide, please. And the accommodation is guaranteed for first year students. So there are many types of accommodation like studios, ensuite, shared living. There is high-speed Wi-Fi and a 24/7 accommodation team, which is really great. And there are also two types of accommodation. You have the city and the OB. I'm biased because I lived in the city for 2 years, and I think the city is just great. That's it. Thank you.
Yeah, and I just wanted to pick up from what you've said there. I've also tried to see if they can allow us as teachers to also enjoy this accommodation. It is just brilliant. The accommodation is brand new and it's beautiful, and I think it's one of the things that students like the most. Whenever we for the past year when we sampled first year students who joined us to say what was one of the highlights of your stay so far, they would always say the accommodation is just one thing that they're very excited about, and we're hoping that we would have you join us and experience these great facilities that we have. And this accommodation is guaranteed for all first year students, and it starts from 69 quid a week, and it's inclusive of all bills. You have free bus shuttles from your accommodation to campus. What is our entry offer? What is the entry level? What do we need you to do? On this call, and you're thinking, okay, what do I need to get in my A-level, ABB, A-level, BTech, DDM in business, APQ with A-levels, BBB plus APQ at grade B, access to diploma pass with 45 credits at level 3, including 30 credits at distinction, IB pass diploma with 30 credits overall, level 5 in SL Maths, grade 4, HL Maths or grade 6 in SL Maths, if not held at GCSE. So these are the entry requirements. I like to pause here and say it's entry requirement doesn't necessarily mean that you have to keep your eyes at ABB. Please smash it. You can get AAA, you can get AAB, you can even get distinction. So please, do not say, okay, it's AAB, ABB, so I'm just going to keep my eyes on AAB. Please, continue to thrive as you're already doing, because for you to have, for you to want to come to this school, it already shows that you are a warrior. It already shows that you have that drive to want to succeed. It already shows that you are an excellent student and you hope to remain an excellent student. So my encouragement is the entry level is there, but strive to get higher. Aim for the sky. They say sometimes when you drop, you still drop on the roof, or aim just make sure you go all out and get AAA if it's possible. That's the advice I often give whenever I get to this slide. What are the other things we offer? We have a mature student scholarship for £1,000. We have the university scholarship, an additional £1,000. We have sports scholarship for £2,000, and then music and choral scholarship. These are different scholarship opportunities. If you click, if you go to our website and look at scholarships, they are there. Some of them, I think you got to apply for them before you start. So there are all the information of how to apply for it is already there. So please check them out. I mean, especially the sports scholarship. We've got a lot of talented young people, and we want to support your aspiration and your dreams as well in the area of sports. So please feel free to apply for these scholarship opportunities. So as we wrap up, to take questions, why Leicester? High quality education, research inspired teaching, flexible program embedded with employability and transferable skills, dedicated career and employability team, accredited programs, student-centered approach. We have a community. We support your program. We support you throughout your program, and we don't just stop there. Okay, so this is all we're going to be talking about, and then you can follow us on LinkedIn and on Instagram as well. All right, so I think this is something that if you are to be on campus, I think we'll have been talking about this, but we're going to move on at this point, and I'll say a very big thank you to everyone who had who is on the call with us, and I'm sure there may be a few persons who have questions for us. this is a time for you to for us to take any question that you have. Okay. Amber, do you want to read? Is there any question? Oh yeah, I've seen one here that says, can you describe a typical day as a student studying business and management? I think that will come to you, Amber. Typical day, what's your day like?
It depends, that's the thing, because usually I have classes 3 or 4 times a week, and then I have a free day within the week. Sometimes my Mondays and Tuesdays can be fully packed, like I'm in class from 9 until 4, and then I have lectures from 4 to 6. And then you go on to the later part of the week where I literally only have 1 or 2 classes. So I think it's dependent on your timetable scheduling, but I would say it's 50-50 between I have to work hard, but I can also have time to chill.
Yeah, I like that. So it's chill walking.
Yeah.
Or walking. So yes, so it varies, as you have said. We want to have that balance as well. So that's very important. I'm going to defer to you again because this is more about your experience as a student. Another question here says, how far away is main campus from Brookfield?
If you walk through Victoria Park, I would say probably around 10-15 minutes, but that's just my pace. Some people can make it in like 8 minutes.
Yeah, so it's not far at all. So it's actually a very good exercise. Yeah, I think it's an interesting walk. And when you walk through the park as well, you see interestingly, sometimes you see the sports team practicing. You see different things happening. I think I enjoyed the walk as well. That walk between Brookfield and main campus. Yeah. Yep, I'm seeing more questions coming. Well done. Let's get them in. Is it easy to fit in part-time job between studying? Yes, it is. I'll start with you and then I'll share a bit of experience I've got from other students. Amber?
I think so. I think that if you sort of balance your time well, it's definitely something you can fit in.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you could do it.
Yeah, so for me, what I always advise students, even from the point of induction, is get a volunteer role, get a part-time job, get a summer job, start thinking about it, because you need to have that, experience. And in fact, it also helps you mature as a student, because sometimes students have come back and say, we are doing this in class. Do you know where I do my volunteering, where I do my internship? This is something we did, and I think it's relatable. So yeah, we encourage you to do it, and it's you can fit it in properly. Some people do 2 days a week, some people do 1 day a week, some people do weekend work. Just, we encourage it. There is one more question. Okay, more questions. Yes, get them coming. What support is there if you want to either do placement, or just some shorter experience? Interesting question. We've got the micro internships, which runs every summer. So some people don't want to do the 1-year placement. The micro internships are there, so we would support you to apply for them. We also have a career team dedicated to helping you look for part-time work, with like looking at your CV, sharing available job opportunities with you, etc., preparing you for interview. These are things that happens, Then, of course, the year in industry is also there. It's very competitive because the companies we are using are, top flight companies. And so, but our career team, again, from your first year, we will start that process of nurturing you and supporting you so you are ready to apply for it when you get to that point. So this support is in place. Is there, okay, what support is, okay, then the other one said, is there much opportunity to get part-time job at the University of Leicester or in Leicester? Amber, I guess you're doing some work with us. Am I correct? Yes, Amber, say it. Yes. We've got.
I think there are a lot of opportunities, especially through Unitemps. Like for me, I am working as a student ambassador and I get paid, which is nice. But
so you get paid, Amber?
Yeah, I do.
Oh my goodness, I have to get paid now too. Okay, go ahead.
But you also have other opportunities, like you can be a student rep and they give out there's one where if you're a school rep, you get paid for that as well. If you're a student rep, at the end of the year, you get paid through a gift card. So if you look through uni temps, there are a lot of part-time jobs that you can do at the university.
Yes. And then in Leicester here, there are so many opportunities. I've got students who are working in bars, working in restaurant, working in organizations, working in charity. It's a vibrant, welcoming city. So and our what I always say to students during induction, don't submit any CV until you get your CVs checked. It's free of charge. Experts are there to walk you through that process and make sure your CV is just right for what you're looking for, and get your cover statement just right for what you're looking for. So that support is there. The jobs are there. There are jobs on campus, of course, for you to apply for. We advertise it. It's available for everyone to see. So yes, this opportunity is also there. What is the difference between the difference between what's the main difference between university study and A level? I will start with Amber. Did you do A levels?
I actually did IB.
Okay, let's talk about your IB experience, and I'll talk about the A level differences.
I would say in terms of IB, it's not much different because we had a lot of the essays and, that kind of structure. And I think IB was also with the British system of school.
International Baccalaureate, yes.
Yeah, so it's not that different, especially with how intense that diploma program was for me. It kind of helped me in university because when I went to first year, I was like, oh, it's kind of chill. Yeah, so it's not too different. It's not too bad.
Yeah, so if you do A levels or any of these other programs before your undergraduate program, the difference is that in university you're going to be more independent. So the difference is that in the university, of course, you're going to have broader explanation of the theory behind what you're learning. So in A levels, you'll be exposed to some of the basic principles of business. And then when you come in, of course, you're doing maths and other things. And then when you come in, or any other, some people do dance, different things in your A level. When you come to the university, you have more independent study, but you have a bit more bigger work to do. And secondly, we get you to think more critically. So we don't necessarily look at things from the point of view as, what happened. It is the why. We get you to start questioning what you currently know with regards to how things work. So in the world of work, for example, why do you think that people are getting paid much lower now? Or why do you think that people are getting paid higher? What can we do to make sure people are paid the right thing? You are questioning that, and that's what we get you to think. So in the first year, for example, we welcome you and we say, get you to understand, get you to describe the basic thing. In the second year, we're thinking, okay, begin to analyze why this different, compare, contrast. And the third year, we begin to go critical, get you to begin to critique. And by the time you leave and you get your degree, you are able to sort of understand the theory behind business practices, especially somebody who is doing business and management. If you're doing human resources, you begin to understand the theory behind why we manage people differently, because we should manage everybody equally, but at the same time, understand their differences and ensure that we're able to tailor organization interventions to support employees. These are things you will understand better. Whereas in A level, you get the assignments, you do it, sometimes 1,000 words to 1,500, but here we start you 2,000, 2,500, 3,000. By the time you get to your dissertation, 6,000 words. So that's something you see as you progress, but more independent study, and of course, more fun. You're on your own. Okay, I think I have one more question. What percentage of placement students actually are successful in securing placement opportunity? If you mean placement students getting placement opportunity, I think we have a very good chance so far for students who have done placements, who have ended up going ahead to work in organizations where they did placements. In fact, off the cuffs, for the last 2 years, we've seen, I think, around almost 40% of our students who have done placement in different organizations. For example, British Gas, even those who have done some work in the university, those who have done some work in Jaguar Land Rover, some events company, they have ended up working for them. So there is a very good chance. So what we advise you is, when you are first, we prepare you to get there. Then we also, while we're doing that, there's a lot of orientation to get you to put in your best while you're there. Because whether or not you get a job with them, you've got that network. And that network is super important when you're going to your next step, because then you can get recommendation letter. Then sometimes somebody can say, oh, I've got someone who was on placement here and they are fantastic. Although we don't have a space, I think they are recommendable. So it's something to have in mind when you're looking at your placement opportunities. How is university? How is it in university for the first few months? Was it easy? How did you get accustomed? Amber, that's for you.
I think especially if you haven't lived by yourself, I think it would take quite a bit to get accustomed. But to be honest, everyone here, every first year is in the same boat as you. So
Yeah.
as making friends, you just go up to someone and be like, hey, how are you? You're doing this course. Everyone's just open and very friendly. And I think it would take quite a bit for you to get accustomed. But to be honest, once you start getting used to living by yourself and having a routine, everything just kind of clicks together and it's really nice.
Yeah. All right. We hope that between myself and Amber, we've been able to tell you a bit about our school and about our courses and programs and modules that we run. And we are excited that you are considering, to join us. And we thank you for joining us today, even for this information session. If you have any more questions, please look at our course page. And also, if you have any email, contact our email address, ulsb@leicester.ac.uk. My colleagues would always be on deck to respond to you. So special thanks to Amber, to Abby, and to Lois, who are in the background doing the magic. We hope you had a good time. And thank you very much for joining us. And good luck with your application, and see you hopefully next year.